where unfortunate things have been happening. Unfortunamundo things have been happening, but that's okay. Diana has been suffering a little bit, unfortunately. Had winning positions against both Trisha and Lara, but couldn't convert either of them, unfortunately, and ended up losing both. So now she's on 2 out of 4, outside of range of winning the tournament, but she can still beat Hello Dark Poison. So she's playing against Claire McCarrick this game. Last round, let's see what the opening was like. It's really unlucky, like she played against the 2 strong people with black and like was still winning both games, and then I don't know. Okay, so her opponent played a King's Indian. Okay, H3, something she likes to do. Okay, doesn't look too good what her opponent's doing here. Lost a pawn as far as I can tell. And now queens might get traded, and I mean this pawn is just gonna oops, no, okay. And this pawn is just gonna try to make its way up the board. I did speak to Diana after the last game. I mean, she wasn't too happy, but actually I have a story for everyone. So there was a fire alarm right before she went from an advantage to losing position, and like they went outside and they came back and she made the losing move, apparently. A bit silly. Like she didn't rethink what she was thinking while outside, and then or what she was thinking before, and then she just moved very quickly. That's also the reason why I was wondering last game, because she had low time and then like her time went up, but I was like, what happened there? Apparently it was a fire alarm and then things got reset. So yeah, unfortunate, really unfortunate. Oh, layout's a little off. Okay, sorry. Oh yeah, I don't know why it got scuffed like this. Sometimes things go awry. So I forgot to lock it. Oh, no. Okay, let's see. Okay, this should be okay. Here. Okay, anyway, this should be about right. Sorry about that. So now we're back to having it intact. I don't know what's happening here. Like, our opponent just gave up a pawn. I don't know how that happened exactly. Maybe her opponent thought. No, actually, I can't really think what her opponent thought. Not really too sure. Okay, well, congratulations, Dark Poison, by the way, on getting affiliate. Yeah, she should definitely. I mean, she's gonna win this game, realistically. I think we're gonna expect her to win. Okay, but we're gonna have other games to look at. So interestingly, Lara against. I'm so upset, by the way. I'm so upset because Lara is now suddenly that she's not playing Diana. She's back to her Catalan. that we prepped against. Like, she always plays this. Every single game she plays this, and then the one time she plays against Diana, she plays something else. I'm very, very upset about this. Oh, no, you should have. It's not actually in the city center though. It's at the Knights of Aina Chess Club, which is in Bally something. It's like Rathfarnham, whatever. Somewhere around there. I don't really know my way around too much. Yeah, it is kind of far out. It is kind of far out. Okay, so Trisha, of course, getting the well, not the exact thing. We would have played something different, but this is what we were aiming for. Why didn't Lara play the Catalan? I don't know why she didn't play the Catalan. That's so upsetting. I wasted all my time prepping a nice line. It's a really nice line as well. Shame we didn't get to see it. But okay. I'm gonna see what Trisha has in store for us against the Catalan. C5. Okay. Oh, and knight to d5. Early. Interesting. So, lots of knight moves. That's all I can say about that. I'm not really sure why this is a good way to play. Why this would be a good way to play. I don't know. But okay, we'll see what Trisha has in mind. Joanna against Alice. Let's go through that as well. Oh. Yeah. Alice is really the queen of boring openings. She plays the Maroxy against the Sicilian, and she plays the Petrov. I don't know. Okay. Alright, she gives up a pawn here, though. Interesting. Okay, well, made it a little more interesting with how she played it, at least. I don't know if this is any good, but maybe knight a4. And then I don't see where black's pressure is coming from. Maybe she has something up her sleeve. But knight a4 does look very annoying. Okay, we'll see. Okay, now to the star game of the round. Suzanne Barry against Stella. Stella. This is so funny because, like, imagine how absurd these pairings are. If Lara loses and Joanna or Alice lose, and then either Stella or Suzanne win, they're gonna end up in front of them in the standings. That's actually really dumb. I think a 5-round Swiss is a really bad format for this championship. It's like the perfect amount of players and the perfect amount of good versus not so good and players, and nothing really in the middle. There's like a very clear cut barrier basically between the 5 top seeds and the ones below that they will always beat, basically. Like Lara, for example, even she had a terrible position. Like she was so lost, and she still won against Suzanne somehow. But that just shows like so much has to go wrong for one of the top people to lose against one of the non-top people, which makes this format so silly because one of them, they're not going to play each other. They're not going to play the top people. One of them, Stella or Suzanne, is going to end up, or probably going to end up at 3.5 points, unless they make a draw. And then they're going to be ahead of either Joanna or Alice, and maybe Lara as well. So, yeah. A little bit dubious. Well, I mean, I guess Joanna and Alice could draw, but Yeah. Very, very strange stuff, to be honest. Anyway, Stella against Suzanne. Let's see how the game went. C4, C5. Oh boy. Oh, what? Hello? What is this? Is this a thing? Sorry. Stella, hello? What is Rook A7? Is anybody seeing this? Hello? 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 What are you doing? What are you doing, Stella? Interesting. Very interesting. And by interesting, I mean not good, probably, if I had to guess. Why don't we just play knight to c6? Are we really... I mean, I don't know. I mean, knight c6 seems like the obviously best move. But okay, rook a7, maybe it's not as bad as it looks. It looks pretty bad though, so even that might not be saying too much. Maybe it's going to be useful eventually. Ah, there we go, knight c6, after all. Nicely waited until the bishop couldn't take it anymore. I hope that wasn't what she was afraid of. Stella is 10. 10 years old, little Stella is. Okay, but like, I still don't like what white's doing. That's a very weird setup. Gives away the square for basically no advantage. Like, I don't see what white got out of giving away the square. Eventually we can chase that bishop out and jump in if we want to. I don't know, I don't like what white is doing at all, but let's see. There is still a rook on a7. So I still have to get over that. Maybe eventually you could be like... Although, I mean, you could have had it on b8 as well, but... Okay. We'll see, we'll see. I feel like Stella definitely has some chances to outplay her opponent here. Although... we did see that game earlier where Stella had just a maiden 4 or something, and she was like a, I don't know, a lot of material up, like a full rook even, I think, and she had a passed pawn and everything, and somehow she made a draw against Tong Tong. I'm not sure if that was like, but Diana told me some stories. She was apparently playing next to them. She said like an arbiter came to their board and like Stella said adjust and moved one of her pieces, like adjusted one of her pieces, and the arbiter was like, no, you have to move it now. And Stella was like, no, I said adjust. And then her opponent said, oh no, she said adjust. And then the arbiter was like, no, you have to move it anyway. I don't know. And then eventually she didn't have to move it, but still. Bit weird. Bit weird, to tell you the truth. The truth. Okay, let's see the next game. Let's see Tong Tong. Tong, ta-tong, tong, ta-tong, tong. Oh! What is going on here? Why is your king in the center of the board? Why? Oh, I am afraid this is not looking so good. I was thinking Tong Tong was like going to be a favorite against her, but this isn't looking so good. Let's see. E4, E5. Italian. Okay, Scotch. Scotch seems to be a little bit of a trend here. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to play d5 here, not knight to g4. At least in the Scotch. I mean, yeah. Scotch Gambit. It's a bit of a weird way to play it, but I'm sure you're supposed to play d5 here. But okay, knight g4 is okay, I think. How long did you think about this? Not at all. Okay, Tong knows some theory, maybe. Wait, I saw this. Yeah, okay. And she walked right into the one and only trap in the Scotch Gambit. Well, not the one and only, but like pretty much. To go here and then win the bishop back. Actually, in fact, I have played this against Tong Tong, and she has lost to me exactly the same way. So she's probably, maybe she's a bit tired. She played the same thing that I have played against her before. Although, I mean, not exactly the same thing, but it's the same trap without the knight on g4. Not exactly sure how it goes, but I mean, I'm afraid we're gonna get pinned here, and you might think, oh, we can take this, and then it's check, and we have a discovered attack. But actually, I'm gonna take back with the queen, protect my bishop. The bishop's attacking the queen, and I'm attacking the knight, and I have discoveries, so I would just imagine that that's, you know, game over. Bev. As I've been taught, it's probably pronounced. Looking like she might be defeating our lovely Tong Tong. But okay, let's not shovel dirt on her yet. She was also completely gone in the other one. What happened here? It's already over. These people did not want to play. They had no interest. They wanted to get it over quick. Whoa. I guess we made this pawn impossible to defend, which is kind of funny. Oh, then she lost her queen. Okay. And then the game ended. Shortly afterwards. Actually, they played it out almost till mate. So, actually, maybe they did play it out till mate. Oh yeah, they did play it out until mate. So I said they didn't want to play, but actually they played it out until mate, so. Where's Minimundo? Well, he's right up there. Right up there. With Diana. But real life Minimundo is in Dublin, and I am in Germany, so. It depends on when you mean, Luke. It was a draw at some, like in the end it was a draw, probably, I think. Computer said it was a draw in the end. And at some points it was a win also, like when she had the A pawn still it was a win. I'm not sure at which stage you mean. But maybe even with the 2 pawns and the bishop and the rook, maybe there's some practical win chances. It's like a Magnus against Nepomniachtchi kind of situation. Anyway. Okay, let's quickly check this game. Nandita. She came back to the tournament. She only plays rounds where there's an uneven number of players otherwise, so so that nobody has to. Yeah, many stages. There were many stages in that one. Okay, anyway, let's look at Laura's game. By the way, Luke, can you believe that the one game ever that Laura plays not like the normal Catalan is against Diana when we prep for the Catalan, like as if Trisha didn't prep for it or something, or as if Trisha, maybe she was like, oh, Diana doesn't have a repertoire, so we just play against specific prep or something. I don't know. Very odd behavior from Lara. She never plays knight c3. She never plays knight c3, and then she played knight c3. And now she's back to playing knight f3. But okay. We'll get over it.
Huh?
We shall get over it. I mean, sure, but I don't know. I mean, Diana plays all sorts of stuff. Anyway, whatever. Whatever. Imagine you, like, Diana has played the Nimzo before. Imagine you don't know the Nimzo and then you play into it. Like, it's not such a great idea. But okay, whatever. I guess it's not so bad if you're white. You can handle it. Anyway, what's this looking like? Like, I don't know what Trisha is doing exactly. She put her knight on awkward, like, I mean, this knight on an awkward square. This knight, you know, fine. But I don't know what this knight's doing there exactly. Now, I just don't want Lara to play knight c3. I just want her to develop in a different way. To not give Trisha the opportunity to trade off one knight and then replace it. c4. I don't like this for Trisha. It looks a bit dodgy, doesn't it? Like this pawn. Not exactly sure what it's doing there. Usually, when you have a pawn here in a Catalan, you're up a pawn, but you're not up a pawn here, so I'm not exactly sure. Like, this is basically a position you, like, not exactly this, but like similar to a position you could get, except you're up a pawn. You still have a pawn on c7. So I don't know what exactly is going on here. Like, you're not gonna have this knight here, obviously, but not something you actually want, is it? So I don't like what Trisha has been doing in the opening. Maybe that's harsh, I don't know. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Okay, let's see what happened here. Alice against Tiana. Like, started as a Petrov. Okay, computer, come on. Started as a Petrov. Turned into a 4-knight Spanish, I guess. Yeah, then she played this gambit-y kind of thing, or at least she gave up a pawn. See, I don't like taking here. Why not knight a4? Isn't this bishop, like, kind of essential for black? And if you trade it off, isn't this, like, bad? Maybe, I don't know. Luke, come on, that's ridiculous. What do you mean? What do you mean you can't leave the house looking like this? Put on a mask or something. Pretend that you're like, you know, you have fear of corona or something. Nobody will know. Okay, we didn't want to snack that pawn. I think it might have been worth considering, just simply because white is probably not gonna castle kingside. So if you do this kind of thing, you're gonna sort of open both flanks, and white's gonna have some trouble getting their king to safety. And it's not like you really mind losing the b pawn, like trading the b pawns. This rook isn't like gonna do anything up here. It's not like some positions where, you know, letting the rook in is sort of devastating. You're very solid. You have all the squares covered. I think there's a pawn you could definitely have taken. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, bishop b6, queen d2, d5. d5, okay. Forceful play by Alice. Is this good? What are you thinking? Joanna has been, I don't know, she was holding her own against Trisha earlier, but then towards the end she blundered and ended up losing. It was like from equal, and then it was like in one move it was gone. Bit unfortunate, really. A little like Diana's game, actually. Like, Diana was also, I mean, you know, it was a little bit dodgy out of the opening, but then it was, she had a lot of, like, a really much better position, and then one move changed that. Although it wasn't quite like that, because it was a lot better, and then she was a little better, and then she was worse. So it's not quite the same thing. Anyway, Alice, d5. How long did you think about this? Oh, just not very long at all. Less than a minute. Okay, so I was feeling confident. Makes sense, I guess. This bishop is really the only scary thing White has, if we can trade it off. Or like do this. I mean, this, ooh. Yeah, I almost don't want to take it, but like, if I go here, am I gonna get hunted down? I mean, a4 or a3, a4 maybe? I don't know. Takes. Ah! Tactics. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. It's your legs. What do you mean your legs? Come on, Luke. What do you mean your legs? Just put on some long pants. What? I'm very confused. Also, you can shave with cold water. It's a little known fact. Kidding, by the way. Too warm. Oh my goodness. I think you don't deserve any chocolate at this point, Luke. I think you don't deserve any. You have to make some sacrifices. Anyway, okay. Suzanne against Stella Lee. Stella is really fond of this. Like, she had her knight here. She had this setup in like 4 of her games. Exactly this. With the bishops and knights. Knights on the 6th, bishops on the 7th. And yeah, d-pawns on the 6th as well. That's interesting. Very classical. What's this knight doing there anyway? I don't know, like, Luke, if you're wondering how this rook got here, I'm gonna show you, just in case you were confused. I was confused as well. So here, instead of knight c6, she played rook a7. Does defend, so maybe in the future it might be useful. Who knows? Anyway, this is the position, and I don't like White's pawn structure. And like combined with the pieces, I don't really love it so much. I think this should be okay for black. Next, back to Diana's game. How much happened? 17th move, perfect. Did we trade queens? No, we didn't. Okay, so her opponent just accepted that she blundered a pawn. Those are the best kinds of opponents. They're like, ah, fine, take my pawn. So, okay, castles. Rook b1. At some point, oh, we moved our knight back. Why did we do that? We wanted to prevent c4. But why don't we play bishop c4 if you want to prevent it? Always take with the pawn. Oh, we can't play bishop c4, we're hanging a pawn. I'm a little bit blind today. Not today only, but also today. Hey Andy, you're just lurking, trying to catch up on games secretly on just a comment request earlier. That's a grand plan. Chocolate is too good. Don't go wasting it. You know, send pictures of the chocolate in the Discord or something. Brag, make the rest of us feel bad about not having any chocolate. Having to live in a country where stores are closed on Sundays, like proper Christians, keep things closed. Keep things closed on the Sabbath. You, as a theologist, what do you say to that? Okay, anyway. Knight goes to c4. I mean, okay, Diana's still just up a pawn. I hope she, has it in her to stay focused. Maybe we can, like, swing our bishop around or something. This is kind of reminiscent of, do you know which Diana likes which chocolate? Oh, she just generally likes chocolate. Stores being closed on Sundays is not just a Christian mentality, but also forces employers to give their workers a day off. I mean, yeah, it is. It is. It is also. We have unions, so it's true. Unlike these liberal thingies up in Ireland. Yes, that's good. Give her some chocolate. I mean, I'm not, like, I can't keep the chocolate brand straight. They all look the same to me. Like, I brought her wagon wheels. Sometimes she says she loves them. Sometimes she says she doesn't like them so much. I mean, not that she doesn't like them so much, but they're nothing special. It sort of depends on the day as well. Imagine working 7/7. Do you mean 7 hours, 7 days a week, or it just means 7 out of 7 days a week? I was talking about this yesterday, but I was listening to, or I was reading Grapes of Wrath the other day. It's so depressing to. Also, I'm always wondering, like, how does John Steinbeck have, like, how did he get popular in the US? I didn't even understand. Like, how do you read this book and then you're like, yeah, but this is the system, we're gonna build around it. So I don't know, it's a bit strange to me, but whatever. I imagine Diana might get tilted if her opponent, like, she always gets annoyed when her opponents think too long. It's like, even though she does the same exact thing. Yeah, it's quite funny. Anyway, okay, let's see. Tong tong, tong 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 tong. Did she see that we hung her knight? No, she did not. That's good. Okay, I mean, it looked really bad earlier. Here, bishop f4. Is probably killer because you have to take it. Then that's like this, attacks the knight, attacks, well, I guess, I mean, the bishop's defending, but still, attacks the knight, attacks the queen, and also threatens this discover check. So you are in a little bit of trouble here, I would guess. It's funny because if she took with the pawn, would be checkmate. Would have been nice. Imagine working 6 out of 7 days and the only day you don't work, all the shops are closed. Okay, but ideally you work 5 out of 7 days. And then one of the days you don't work, the shops are open. Even more ideally, you work 4 of the 7 days. But okay, that's another issue. Okay, queen e7. That seems a bit of an odd move. Couldn't we have found a more active square? I mean, okay, so we are materials equal. So if we can trade off the queens, we might be able to make something happen. If not, then yeah, that's going to be a bit more difficult. Even more ideally, you don't work at all. Well, I don't actually think that's true. I think work isn't like generally a bad thing. If you actually do something that has a point. Not like, you know, doing internship at EY where you don't have anything to do all day, for example. Just as a random, inconsequential example. Okay, anyway. Okay, Lara, let's see what she's been doing. Okay, so again, I'm a bit upset that she always wants to play the same moves at the Catalan. Is e4 really necessary here? Don't you just want to try to play against that pawn, maybe? I don't know. I mean, 94, okay, that makes sense to me, but why don't we try to play like... maybe it's fine, I don't know. I don't know, do I? I don't know, do I? Maybe it's annoying because you always have this. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe e4 is just right. I can see it. I can see it happening. Anyway, e4, and Patricia is thinking. Lara's up on the clock. Another player who likes to get into time trouble. Okay, Joanna against Alice. Okay, so d5 did happen. ed. Yeah, it looks so unpleasant, doesn't it? Like, I don't like the look of the structure. Endgames might be kind of painful, even though, I mean, white is still up a pawn, so there's that to think about as well. Okay, and I'm imagining she goes here. Okay, bishop b5 instead. Sure, why not? Fine. Probably fine. Although I don't know if it's actually doing anything there, or if it can just get kicked around later. And it's also not putting pressure on this anymore. I don't know. I don't know which I like better. I mean, it does stop rook d8 for now, so I guess that's worth something in itself. Although, I mean, you can still be a little bit annoying. Well, I feel a bit weird, like I'm getting a headache and stuff. Hope I won't like collapse live on stream. This morning, Diana was eating 2-day-old sushi from the fridge. I hope she doesn't get any collapse issues either. Chocolate deficiency, exactly, Arad. Is the score blurry or is it my eyesight? You mean the pairings? Or what? Potentially. I don't know. Oh, that's great. That's great, Andy. Keep beating them. Keep beating everybody. Hope you're gonna stomp that group now that you got the best one out of the way. Okay, so Stella. Decide to go for b5 and b4 with the answer. Interesting. Makes sense, sort of undermining the central pawn. It's kind of important for black to maintain control of. And then e5. Okay, I mean, I don't think we want to take, because then, well, I mean, this looks bad. So I hope she doesn't take it. That being said, if you don't take it, what do you do then? I mean, I guess the only move is this. No, luckily you're attacking the queen, although... What if we play like this? I guess we don't get the knight in the end, so it's not going to be enough material. Which is unfortunate. Would have been a cool variation, but it doesn't work. Everything is blurry. What do you mean, like... I don't know. I hope it's not everyone. Wait, everything is blurry. What does everything mean? Like the whole board as well, or what? My face? Wait, let me see. I have to start the stream. This might cause my computer to shut down. Okay, sorry, I apologize for the blurry. I don't see any blur. Maybe a little bit grainy. Sure. Maybe, potentially. I don't know what to do about it though, so just lower quality. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it might. My streaming capacities might not be so fully developed. Might have to get See, Einsteiny, maybe that's why I haven't been streaming, because I would just be lagging all day. Lagging all day and not doing anything. You learn with practice, you should still stream. Well, I should, yes. Maybe we should do like an essay writing stream or something. Anyway, okay, this is not the variation. Let's just refresh real quick. Oh, little Stella. She played the move. That's good. That's good. She played knight to g4. Okay, I like this. Maybe black's okay. Let's check in with Diana again. Just making our rounds. Okay, still kind of not much changing in the position. Traded off the knights. We're recycling our other knight back to c4, I suppose. Okay, first of all, we're gonna play c3, maybe. b3, sorry. Are we gonna fall for anything? Not really. I mean, they could sacrifice for an exchange and a pawn, but I don't think that's gonna be enough. This looks like a bit of a. Did I say this earlier? It looks like a Benko. Looks like a Benko kind of position. Where white has these two pawns. Black has this passed, well, not passed, but this protected c pawn that might be passed at one point, and it's going to be trouble if white loses the pawns. And sometimes endgames are quite good for black in this kind of scenario. Personally, I hate playing these positions with white. I hate playing against the Benko gambit. I find it very difficult. There's like a couple of, well, I mean in Blitz that is. In Classical it's probably fine, but in Blitz there's a couple of openings I hate to play against. So one is the Budapest gambit, then the Benko gambit, then the Alapin where white gets the isolated pawn, or like the delayed Alapin, and then white goes for the isolated pawn and the attack. I hate to play against that one. Yeah, a couple of them I really cannot stand. Okay, Diana's thinking. Let's leave her to think. Good that she's taking her time, still focusing. Hope she's not tilting. Hope she finds b3. It's probably just checking if there's any discoveries. One other thing is like the knight could come in here as well, which is why you would really like a knight on c4. Suppose you could place queen c2 and defend that way. Queen c2, but what if you place here? We still have to play b3. And now this knight is a bit awkward. Like, it's doing a good job, but also it's not really doing more than the minimum. Maybe at some point you're gonna get your queen out. Like, you know, the rook and try to trade off queens or something. But the queen can always... See, I don't like these positions. I hope Diana manages them alright. Okay, she did play b3. That's good. Okay, let's look at Tong Tong. Is she holding on? Oh, that does not look like she's holding on. In my professional opinion, that does not look like holding on. Looks like she's losing a rook, in fact. That's unfortunate. Her opponent's been playing well. Bev. King g8. Also, maybe slightly, making it slightly easier than it had to be. No, but this also doesn't work. have to take with the pawn, because if you take here, you're still gonna lose a piece. And if you take with the pawn, I don't know, g5 to h6. Oh no, this will work. Probably you're winning a piece here as well. Queen g3 and yeah, so not really much for Tong Tong to do here, unfortunately. So if we just go back to the mistake. Well, it didn't need to be so bad, but the main mistake was in the opening. Basically, an opening trap. Taking here, not a thing. Have to play d5. Could have played d5 earlier as well. But yeah, this way, it's kind of a known trap. If you take, you open up this square for the queen. You're gonna give a check and take your bishop. And yeah. Tough one for Tong Tong. I don't know what exactly she's thinking about here. Like, you don't really have too many choices. I mean, you could let yourself get mated in one move. Or you could go here. And then, I mean, you're going to be down a rook in an endgame, and also you can't move your bishop. So a bit unfortunate there. Let's go to Lara against Trisha again. That's our interesting game of the round. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say, Trisha only needs a draw. Trisha only needs a draw to secure tournament victory. She's at 4 points, everybody else is at 3 or below. So, yeah, interesting. Okay, now we got a little bit more coordinated, but now we have these isolated pawns. And now, I mean, white just must be very, I mean, okay, so white is not down a pawn, as they sometimes are in Catalan positions. Black has these strange double pawns. Black is sort of like, you know, not fully developed. Let's just say I'd much rather be white in this position. Not only because I play the Catalan myself, because I think this must be a great position for white. Must be pretty good. One kind of common idea in the Catalan is e5 to eventually, you know, be able to develop this bishop. Could be an idea here as well. And at least both sides will have ugly pawn structures. Sorry. Oh my goodness, I'm so tired. I didn't sleep much tonight. I wastefully and pointlessly prepped some very nice anti-Catalan lines. that were never to be used, never to be seen, never to be enjoyed by nobody. Okay, well, goodness me. Should have taken a nap in the break. But instead I played 20 minutes till dawn. Have any of you played that particular game? No, I can't show the prep here. She's gonna play Lara again someday. Can't show it on stream. I mean, not that there's really any danger that anyone will see it, but still. Out of principle, Vienna's gonna get mad if I show the prep. Okay, let's see this. Sorry. Alice against Joanna. Oh, cute. Okay, so she took that pawn. Still doesn't want any part of the b2 pawn. Now I can understand it though. Now I can agree that I don't want any part of that pawn either. Okay, so Alice is well, she's not a pawn up, but I mean her king looks a bit better. She has this open C file or half open C file, but I'm not sure. I mean, probably white has enough. Probably like around equal. But imagine I'm getting slightly running out of energy, let's say. This is the curse of being without a co-commentator. And the games are like, you know, not as interesting as you would want them to be. Oh, what happened here? Wait a minute. So we had this variation that we thought. Knight takes c3. Rook takes e3. And then b4. But that doesn't really work because can't we just take and then you take, but then we take here and well, doesn't look so good, does it? Okay, it came on the board. Like, the problem is that like white has this whole central pawn mass in the end, and black really doesn't have anything. I'm gonna have to take it as well, so no time for anything else. And this is gonna start rolling. Pretty scary. Also, black's pieces are very awkward. His pawn's gonna fall. So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate there from Stella. I guess which pawn are we taking? Oh, I guess we're taking this pawn because otherwise there might be some discoveries and then forks in the big future. Maybe not. But here they look weird anyway, the pawns. We're going to lose them right back. Also, this pawn is nicely occupying the knight square, so maybe it's not such a bad thing that it's there. This is an idea. Especially if we would take here at any time, opening up the rooks. Then this would be kind of a dangerous idea potentially. Oh my goodness, I'm so bored. Oh, sugar. I have class later as well. That's gonna be fun. Trying to teach some kids English. Chocolate and more importantly, water required. So you carried, how much water did you carry all the way from the store? I mean, Luke, this is just terrible. I like the water situation, that's just miserable. I would not want to have that problem. That just seems 9 liters. Okay, not bad. We were in Romania when we were in Romania for the Women's European Championships. Like, we had a pretty long walk to the store, and when Diana went to play, I would like go to the store and carry like as much water as I could back, and it would be so sweaty, and then that's why the stream would always be late. Well, not always, but sometimes at least. Dangerous stuff. 20 liters is very annoying to carry though, as well. Especially when they don't have like proper handholds. I hate these plastic bands that like dig into your fingers. Really annoying. Yeah, I mean those are good, but yeah, it was like 30 something degrees, and we were there were 2 of us, and also it was like 11 rounds with 2 rest days, so we had a couple of treks to make. Anyway, I don't know what that means, farmer walk, but okay, maybe it's gym slang that I luckily don't understand. Blissfully. Okay, so Tongsters, Miss Tong. Okay, what is that move? White, hello, white. Anyway, okay, fine. White felt like giving black a chance. Not that there really is a chance, but I'm just saying there was no need to let the bishop out and the rook. Could have been bishop and rook against nothing. No, it's not theory. Knight c6 is, I mean, not as far as I know at least. Maybe she has some secret supercomputer prep, but I don't think it's theory. I mean, let's look at it, but I don't think it's ever been played. Let's look here. It does look very odd, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, no, it's never been played. But okay, this position, even this position has only been played once, and they played e3. But I mean, knight c6, much more. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Like, like she won a pawn much later, and then it turned into a Benko. I personally, as I was talking about it earlier, I hate playing against a Benko. I hate it. Also, I hate that my computer is being such shit. What do you mean Banco gone wrong though? Isn't this like, you know, just a Banco? It's not supposed to be good, but also, I mean, okay, now it's gone really wrong, I guess. For that, yeah. I mean, I was actually, I always kind of wanted to play it. I always kind of wanted to play a Venko, but then I couldn't be bothered. I don't know why. I should just start it, maybe just out of interest. Maybe they'll show me how to play against it. But actually, I always play the Queen C2 line, which is fun. The student is better than the teacher. Oh, Halvard with the burns. Yeah. Poor teacher. Poor teacher, man. Well, not after this game. After this game, the world's gonna be alright again. But I mean, it's sort of crazy that Suzanne Berry is gonna finish on 3.5 ahead of Diana. Or Stella is gonna finish on 3.5 ahead of Diana. Or they're all gonna finish on 3. Yeah, Diana had really bad pairings. She had Trisha with black and Laura with black. I can be happy, exactly. I'm very happy. I'm not so happy about this. Goku, look at this. I'm not so happy that Tong Tong fell into the same Scotch Gambit trap that I played against her at least once. At least once. Forgetting that you do not take this pawn. Yeah, the Swiss is a very silly format. But like, it's also unclear what exactly the right format should be. You could have like, you know, 4 groups, and then like all play all in the groups, and then all play all in the groups, and then you know, winners play in the semifinals and then finals or something. That would work perfectly with 16 people. But the problem is, it only works perfectly with exactly 16 people. And also, yeah, I mean, first of all, there were 5 high seeds and the rest is low seeds. So that would also have been a little bit silly. Because 5 is not the right number you're looking for. Swiss with a cut, what does that mean? Yeah, that is a bit sad. I didn't think this happened over the board, but it happened. Bev Drifter. Bev Drifter. Anyway, she had, I mean, as crazy as it sounds, she came back from a worse position than this in her last game. So, there you have it. There ye have it. Okay, I think. Well, I mean, okay, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, Tong Tong. Yeah, the problem is, like, if you do it after the wrong amount of rounds, then it's gonna have the same problem as the Swiss. You could have like a Swiss to qualify. Like you have, I don't know, like you have to. Yeah, I guess maybe it is. That would be a Swiss with a cut. But then it should always be highest placed lowest, and not like this weird pairing system. I think that's what where most of the trouble comes from. Like if you had, let's say, a couple of rounds of Swiss and then you cut, I don't know, difficult. We'll design a system for next year and then propose it, and maybe they'll accept the proposal. Diana can be like, nah, I'm not gonna play unless we change the format. Although I guess maybe her clout is sort of less than it used to be. Is that a white claw? No, it is not. Who do you think I am, Luke? You're inspiring, but you're not that inspiring, you know? Okay, so this looks a little bit grim for Stella. Like this d6 pawn, not what you like to see. You're gonna have to explain that move to me, though. Why did you play d4? Any help on that one? Hello? What? Did you forget that the knight was hanging, or am I missing something? I'm confused. Wait, without engine eval Nakamura Karana. Okay, sure. Let's see. Let's see it then. I'm just gonna say the opposite of what I really think, Goku, because you're trying to trick me. So, let's see. Sorry, my computer, it might take a minute or two. But like, I'm very confused. Did she just leave her knight there and then it was taken? And then she was like, maybe she's flexing. Maybe she's like, okay, a pawn on a protected passer on the 6th. That's worth more than a piece. So I can let you take my piece because I just want to. Maybe that's what she's trying to do. Okay, let's see. Candidates. Candidate Mundo. Nakamura against Karana. Okay, so Nakamura is white. I mean, without an engine, I believe. I mean, black looks much better, right? I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, you're a pawn up. This knight is on h1. You have the double rooks on the open file. You're not a pawn up. Never mind. You have an exchange, or like a rook for 2 pieces, and like a rook and 2 pawns for 2 pieces. My bad. Okay, I was just looking at the little county thing that tells me +1. No, but yeah, obviously I like black. Is that wrong? Let me turn it on. Whoa, boy. Okay. Shit. What is that? Okay. I know nothing. Okay, good one, Goku. Good one. Yeah. Okay, I saw. What the hell? That's crazy. I mean, you know, this is a strong duo. Maybe this knight can activate before black can do anything. That's pretty crazy. Okay. And I guess this bishop's a bit out of play as well. Now that you tell me the eval, you know. but what the hell? That's weird. Like, you'd think that controlling the F1 square is quite good. What is that? That's actually insane. Okay, let's look at the other games. Nepo quick draws. I think he's just gonna make like 7 quick draws now. What do you play? Scotch, 4 knights. Okay, it's just like a... Not exactly what you would call an exciting variation. Wow, okay. So they had themselves a little bit of a break today. Oh, Report is winning, yes! Thank you, plus 2.4. Let's go, Richie, come on. Come on, I still believe. I still believe in him. If he can go 50%, he can win 3 games in a row, no problem. He's just gonna beat Fabi and Nepo, and then he's gonna be in there for the win. It's fine. I just want Richie to win. Come on. What? No! And then he played a move, and then all the event was just gone according to the engine. Shit engines. I hate engines. I mean, I have no idea what's going on in this position anyway, so I was just looking at the engine eval. What in the world? That's very disappointing. I just want Richie to win. Richie, come on. Come on. Alireza can also win. I jinxed him. Of course I did. I actually want to see the opening. I want to see the opening. I want to see the opening, I said. Hello, thank you. Everybody playing Petrovs now. He's having none of it. 4 knights plus Fianchetto. He just plays the weirdest shit. It's like a King's Indian attack, or what is this? Like this formation, and then black is just doing something that doesn't care. Interesting though. I mean, Report's still taking some risks. Apparently, I don't think you play this with white if you're like looking for safe play. But okay. And then Alireza against Rajabov. Jinxed him as well, apparently. Also just, according to computer, played not so good move. Okay, I'm just gonna go away from that. Apparently I keep jinxing the players I'm rooting for. And also I really don't want Nakamura to win either. So basically everything is going wrong. Everything's going sideways. Okay, anyway, let's go back to Stella's game, where her opponent just gave her a piece. Still not at all clear that Stella is better, because look at this. This is a bit unfair almost. What the hell? This is basically like you don't have the bishop anyway. Maybe it doesn't really help that much. Okay, I mean, even a piece down, I probably still like white. Like, what is this? Does not look nice for black. Like, you have your pieces are so cramped. This is an insane pawn structure. The knight's gonna come in here. The queen's gonna swing over and checkmate you or something. If you're not careful. So probably white's still winning, I would imagine. Which is sad. Piece down. Maybe she's going for the beauty prize. Was like, yeah, have my knight, so. Anyway, Diana against Claire. Okay, so generally in the Benko, when you see this pawn making its way slowly forward, then you know you're in trouble. Also, she managed to get the bishop on the long diagonal, which is also pretty important. And the knight on c4. Basically, this like everything you want. It went perfect. Like this is the perfect situation for you if you're playing against this kind of Benko type of thingy. f4 as well, controlling the square once again. Knight's a bit useless. Black doesn't really have good moves. Bishop takes. Then you can open up. Finally, you let your rooks in. Knight's nicely protecting this pawn, so you can even double infiltrate on the b file and win eventually. Okay, so this looks pretty convincing. Tong Tong, Tong Tong lost. Very unfortunate. Maybe she's gonna come in the chat. Our little sunshine might come in the chat. Okay, so we get mated. Not quite, but I mean, pretty much. Okay, it happens, Tong Tong. Actually, I mean, you're probably gonna get mated somewhere soon. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Let's go to the top board. Trisha against Lara. We liked Lara's position earlier. Don't want to defend this pawn at all. Oh, to the queen side we go. Interesting. To the king side, rather. To the king side we go. She defends the pawn. Attacks the b2 pawn. Lara does not care. Why don't we care? Why don't we care? Why don't we care? Is this like Diana syndrome? We forgot that something was attacked. And then we hung it. It seems like a pretty important pawn, you know, this b2 pawn. And also not one that's like too extraordinarily difficult to protect. Like rook c2 is kind of useful. You can then later bring the bishop back if you want. Swing the rook over. Even kind of go for some expansion on the king side. If you're so inclined. That's odd. That's odd that she let that happen. And now she's thinking. How long did she think for this? She thought for 4 minutes. I'm not really sure what it does. What does it do? Like, what does this move do? I don't know. I mean, you are attacking this pawn, but this is really not a pawn you want to trade, right? Like, this pawn is a bit useless. In fact, actually, this pawn is always nicely targetable, but if you take it, then black can play the bishop back and then threaten to trade off your strong bishop. Whereas now, you're always going to have it as like a thing that's flying around. Also, this is dying as well. So I don't know. Doesn't... Yeah, I mean, okay, you can take on c6, but it's true, Paul, but like you're gonna lose another pawn as well. Eventually. Maybe even right now. Maybe kick out the bishop first, I don't know. I don't know, it doesn't quite seem... like this pawn is also not like... I mean, it is kind of stopping this advance, but now that you played e5, you're yourself stopping that advance, so that pawn, when you play e5, kind of loses its purpose anyway. But okay. We'll accept it for now. So if Trisha wins 5 out of 5, then that would mean for Diana that she could still catch up with Lara and also with Joanna, because Joanna seems to be in some trouble. Like, I mean, you're looking at this, but what are you really doing? I don't know. I think Tosh is working. There is there's Pride in Dublin, Pride Parade or whatever, this weekend, and she works as like an event thingy, so I think she's busy, she said. A couple of people aren't playing that played the last year as well. Dana, I forgot her last name, and also Diana Burkert. They're both, you know, decent. Probably around like maybe 6th to 8th in the like strength rankings here. Maybe Diana would have been, or Dana would have been maybe 6 after Diana, and Diana would have been 1 below that or 2 below that. Okay. So I guess this wasn't played. I just have the engine on now and it says -8 because I lost the ability to calculate, so you have to have the engine on now. Engine says -8, so yeah, that's a bit problematic. How obvious is it? I mean, it is kind of obvious that this pawn is hanging, so the problem is also that this is basically a fork. You're attacking both of these. This one would be even more tragic to lose, I suppose, because you're also trading off queens, and then the endgame is probably not so pleasant. And by that I mean probably lost. Okay, so she goes queen f4 instead. Has this idea, picking up the rook. And I mean, if you move the king, you can probably even take their still next move, if it came down to it. Oh, Fisher Boy, hey, how is it going? We're just watching the last round of the Irish Women's Championships. Diana didn't have a great tournament, but she's winning her last game, or she's looking like she's winning her last game against Claire in a, well, it wasn't actually a Benko. It started out as like a King's Indian, and then it turned into this somehow because Claire blundered a pawn on the queen side, and then it ended up somewhere here. But yeah, this looks pretty good. This looks pretty darn good. I mean, you could probably take, and you have another weakness to play against. You should also trade, and then you play this even. Maybe you don't want that. Maybe giving the past one is not so good. Can you do this instead? I just want the aggressive options out of the way first. Also, my computer won't even let me. I mean, at least here you have an attack with giving up the center. Oh, thank you for the follow, Blundermoth. Everybody, yes, please follow. Hey, Halbert, by the way. We are almost at 5,900. So we're 5 away. So if you're watching, well, actually, we only have 14 people watching. So I guess the chance that there are 5 new people in there is kind of slim. We had like 40 some watching earlier, but I guess now nobody's listening anymore, and now they're all watching the dirty old candidates tournament. Unbelievable. We can do candidates tournament too. Let me just prove it to you. We basically own the candidates tournament. Look. No, it's actually black. Because my laptop's dying. Dying of the heat. The summer in Germany is too strong. Anyway, this was an interesting game earlier. Computer thought Nakamura was winning in this weird position. Now, will it still think that? Like earlier here, I was thinking, oh, when I saw the position, I was thinking, okay, black's probably doing well. But not so. And let's see if this is still the case. Okay, so white won a pawn, but then lost it again. So I guess it didn't win a pawn. Now I still don't see it for white, you know. But it still says plus 2.4 for white, so exactly where's the Hikaru raid when we need it? That's a very good point there, Halvard. Very good point indeed. Okay, Alireza against Rajabov. Okay, Alireza doing okay. Maybe he can finally get a win on the board. That would be a relief for him, probably. Das gut, ja. Das gut, ja. Someone talking German in chat. Easy prey. Okay, and report against Duda. The computer said report was winning earlier, and the instant I came to the game, he played Queen f3, which apparently lost the advantage. I have no idea why. This is what the computer wanted. I don't know. I am not trying to figure that out today. Maybe some other time. Today we are concerned with the girls and women of Ireland. If Jan wins, is there a rematch? Well, if Jan wins, then there should be a rematch, but in practice, we'll have to see if Magnus decides to play. I mean, if Jan wins, well, I mean, if Karana loses today, which apparently it's looking likely, so if Fabiano loses today, then it gets more likely, I suppose. It gets a lot more likely that that's actually going to happen. Because Jan's going to be on +4, Karana's going to be on +2. So 2 points ahead, and Nakamura would be on +1. And I hope that Rajabov loses, so Firouzja might win, and Report might win, so Report would be back to 50% if he won, which, you know, I don't know. And Firouzja would be C-2 right now. It might be number 1 or something. I don't know. That's very odd to me, like Nepo being 1 out of 13, because I think like the people who we sort of know aren't going to qualify would be Rajabov. Like you're sure that, I mean, there's almost no universe in which Rajabov qualifies. I think it's quite unlikely that Duda ever wins enough games to qualify, even though, you know, he's very solid, but I don't think he wins enough games against the top guys. And really doesn't. Yeah, no, I don't think Duda was very likely. He was also the lowest rated, I think. Then I think it was always very unlikely that Nakamura would qualify. So then that leaves 5 people, and to say that Nepo, who already won the last one, is 1 out of 113 to win, seems very strange. I don't know. Like, I personally would have liked to see Rajabov out, and then like either Wesley or Aronian or MVL. Actually, I love MVL personally, so I was very sad. I was very sad that MVL wasn't in, even though he hasn't been playing like super great recently. Richest family in which country? Like Azerbaijan? Okay, let's see. Hey, Mr. G. Mr. G. Mrug. Yeah, MVL is fun. He also seems like a nice guy. But that's okay. That's just me thinking. Wait, so why didn't we take the pawn? Trisha didn't want the pawn. Maybe the idea was here, and she didn't want her rook to get like locked out, but actually can't really happen because the knight's always there to potentially be captured. Actually, I played Giri once, fun fact. I played Giri once. So Halvard has played MVL. Giri would have also been okay, but maybe not quite as fun as the others. Like Aronian has been a lot of fun recently as well. There's also, I mean, Mamijarov is also really fun always. He always provides interesting games. He's like also a fighter. Not quite as, not the same style as Report, but like different kind of a fighter. So yeah, it's actually, I think it's a bit sad. I think it's a bit sad that I think it's a bit sad that what was I about to say? Oh yeah, there's actually only 8 people in the candidates. I think it would be nice to have like in the old days where they had elimination bracket. Like candidates thingies. I thought that was very, very cool actually. Like it also rewards people who are good at match play, which is sort of what you have to be good at if you want to be world champion anyway. So maybe the ones who would win there also would have a better chance against Carlsen. Because Nepo apparently, I mean, it didn't go so well, even though he's of course great at like round robins. Everybody bragging in chat now. Wow, you guys, calm it down there. Calm it down there, folks. Oh, Super Hot Dogs, thank you so much for the raid. 16 people on top of our 16. That's brilliant. Welcome, Wade and actor Aaron Booth. Aaron Booth? Is that like a relation to John Wilkes Booth, or no relation? If you're an actor as well, wasn't he an actor? No, it was just in a theater, wasn't it? But he wasn't an actor. Well, thank you so much for the raid. We are just doing some commentary on the no relation. Well, yeah, I didn't really think so. We were just doing some commentary on the Irish Women's Championships, which Diana is playing in. Oh, thank you for the follow. So we got Mad Max with H's in there. That's good. And also, wait, where's the name? Sorry. A1952 Tops, and also Wade 18. So thank you so much. We need like 2 more now for 5,900. That would be great when if I can show Diana some followers when she gets back. The tournament hasn't been going too well for her, unfortunately. She had winning positions against 2 of her main competitors for the title, and then unfortunately managed to lose them both in the end, which is very unfortunate. Yes, okay, 2 more. We need 2 more followers, please. If there's anybody, or I'm gonna have to make 2 fake accounts or something. Don't tell Twitch I said. Oh, Alice won. Okay, Alice. I can't believe Alice. She always manages to sneak in there somehow. I don't even know how that works. Trisha out in front. I guess you did call it. What can I say? Wait a minute. Did we... What? We blundered a queen? A full queen? No, not quite a full queen. But, close enough. Wait a minute, what? Is that strictly necessary? Yeah, I guess it doesn't really. Because now you're gonna take this with check and... take the rook in the end. Yeah, that's hanging as well. So, yes. Is Alice close to getting the title? No. Not close in the sense that she needs Trisha to lose. And even if she does get Trisha to lose, then she's still not going to get the title. Or you mean a title? Like a... Oh, well, what's her rating right now? Let's see. Her rating right now is 2035, and I think you need 2100, don't you, to get WFM? So not fantastically close, but not that far away either. Yeah. So she needs 65 points, and this tournament she won't be getting many points because she lost to Trisha, and now she's... Well, actually, Joanna has quite a high rating, so that gives her some points. Maybe she's gonna gain not many though, 5 maybe. She's not gonna gain more than 5, I don't think, because the others are gonna be either unrated or very low rated FIDE. Okay, so yeah, 2100, I thought so as well. 2100 FIDE is what she would need. And it doesn't look like Trisha is losing here yet, anyway. She's up a pawn. Is she up a pawn? Am I lying? No, she's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. She's not up a pawn yet, because Trisha didn't take yet. I forgot that she didn't actually take the pawn on a3 yet. But her queen side is falling apart a little bit, so it's kind of dangerous. I mean, your money is on Trisha. Well, I mean, if your money's always been on Trisha, I guess, but like if you started to bet now, that would be a bit, a bit late on maybe. Now that she's 4 out of 4 and 4 out of 4 and doing well in her last game. But I'll let you get away with it. Just this once. I don't really see like Laura's attack, truth be told, but maybe she can prove me wrong. Anyway, I have to pee for a second. You can, I don't know, let's quickly check on Diana's game actually. Okay, still looking good. And let's quickly check on Stella's game. Looking weird. So you can watch Stella while I'm gone. I'll be right back. Fill up my bottle. Okay, hope you didn't have too much fun without me. You'll keep them entertained. Wait, where's your entertainment been? I don't see any messages from you. Come on. Yeah, you did call it from the start though. That's true. I have to admit. I do think you did. I know someone else though who called Alice to win. Shall go unnamed here. Let's see. How are these two doing? Oh, allegedly a report is winning again. Engine says report's winning. Ding 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 ding. Not ding ding, but report. Yeah, that's funny. I had a clown for breakfast this morning. Okay, like this is magical to me, you know? It's kind of magical to me that this is allegedly just... It has been like stable plus 2 point something for white, and nothing happening. It looks so fragile, but apparently it's just good. And Alireza, some A lot of maneuvering going on. Played rook to a3, which, okay, guess that's one way to defend the pawn. Interesting. Okay, let's see Stella's game. So her queen has been like chilling in the middle of this. Have you ever seen a position like this? This is so weird. So black is down a piece, up a piece, sorry. Up a piece, but down this beautiful little pawn diamond. The queen moves, you have tricks. Or, you know, if the rook moves as well. So white's got to be a little bit careful. I was thinking earlier, like, what happened here? Like, why didn't this knight... Like, it seems to me like this should just be pretty deadly. I mean, maybe the bishop comes back in time. But still, like, this knight on e4, and then you can bring stuff in, and then like you capture, and then you bring your queen over. I mean, it looks pretty scary. You entertained them by not messaging. Right. Okay. Right. I mean, that's very entertaining. They were probably like, yes, it's finally quiet. Let's, no, just kidding. Okay, let's look at Diana's game. Okay, so the pawns are rolling forward. Yeah, she did eventually go for f5. Different variation than we were looking at earlier, but she did go for that. I mean, black can try to keep it close, but it's not gonna net you anything. Also, you're just gonna get ripped open on that side. If you take, same problem really. Also to checks coming. Knight's gonna come in here maybe. Because the bishop's still, for now, doing a good job defending the pawn. The knight move is good. Sorry, I don't know what game we're talking about. I kind of missed when you wrote that. Okay. Well, this hasn't been played. Yeah, it's taking her time. This is a good development. He's like keeping even on time with her opponent, which is good to see. So her opponent's at 28 minutes. Diana's at 33-34. Shame on her. Pressed the clock just a little bit too soon there. Okay, back to Laura against Trish. Trish has been thinking for a while, so she does seem to be a little bit scared of the attack that might be coming in. I mean, it's not too trivial, but also I thought I don't really believe in it. So let's say it was white's move. I don't know, how can we make a pass? It's hard to make a pass. It's hard to make a pass really as black. Let's say this or something. I don't know. Is there anything for white? Can we go for an attack? I mean, probably not, because you need your... Maybe, if anything, you have to play bishop there. Because you need your knight to get any attack going, but you also need your bishop to sacrifice on e6, so... I don't really think there's much in the way of an attack happening. What time is left? Who do you mean? In Diana's game, she had around 33 minutes, and in this game, 37 minutes for Laura, 32 for Trisha. Well, actually, not 32 for Trisha, because she's been thinking for a while now. Wait, okay, I hate Licha sometimes. Okay, interesting move, knight to b8. I mean, I'm guessing bishop a4 has to be played. She thought a long time for this. Let's see how long Laura is gonna. Wait, do I have my thing open? No, I don't think so. Like, you mean echo or what? My thing is a bit laggy, if that's what you mean. But I don't have my stream open anywhere, I don't think. At least I can't hear it, so that should mean that there's nothing happening. But if anybody can confirm, that would be good. I mean, I think, oh my goodness, I hate this so much. It's so annoying. I can barely move my mouse. Okay, let's see. So knight, bishop a4. You're gonna take it now. Something. Or are you gonna bring your... I hear move sounds. I guess that's the candidate, so over there. We'll have that open. What's the computer say? Equalish. What does it say to this one? Report's winning! Report is winning! Report is winning! That's good. That's the way it should be. You know, that is just the way it should be. You better play the right moves. Hikaru against Karana. Okay, slight drop in the advantage according to the engine. Still +2 though. You mean this bishop needs to attack h7? Yeah, that would be something for the attacking chances. Hello, Dark Poison. How you doing? Go Stella. Wait, Stella's... What's happening in Stella's game? Let's see. Bum, bum, bum. Let's see what happened since we last looked at the game. Okay, so it was like see a rook, attack a rook. Prevent the push. Ooh, h5. Interesting. Knight c6. Okay, I mean, you know, it's still a piece up, still the pawn diamond down. I mean, you can now, you know, this rook is like, maybe at some point it's going to be useful on the 7th. I mean, for now it's still defending this pawn. This knight is kind of nicely placating, like this queen knight rook thingy is kind of doing a decent job. You might at some point just, you know, decide to kick the knight out. I hope Stella can play quickly. It would be so funny, like Stella, you know, if she wins, she's gotta finish higher than Joanna. She might finish higher than Lara, and she's gonna finish higher than Diana as well. So she's gonna, like, this is just the way the pairings are so silly. Stella might finish on 3.5. That would be clear third place. So Stella would be clear third place, which would be quite hilarious, to be honest. Quite hilarious. The danger of the low ratings and the short Swiss tournaments. Unbelievable. I know, I feel like, I mean, on one hand, it's of course hard to now go to Goku is saying report. Simply one word. I hope he doesn't blunder. Oh yeah, report's winning. Yes, I saw. That's good. I thought you said he blundered it again or something. Yeah, I saw he's winning. That's good. Okay, took on f5. Oh, pawn takes f5. That's brave. That like leaves the king very exposed. And now knight to e4. The idea being that if here, you're gonna then be able to cut off the king when it tries to run away. Solid. Looks good to me. And if you don't capture it, you're gonna have to deal with a knight all up in your grill. That's great. Okay, Richie Rich. Richie Rich. Wait, this didn't happen, did it? No. Okay, I mean, Duda's probably gonna kick the bucket soon, and by that I mean resign, not die. Okay, Stella, come on, play quickly. Okay, let's check in on Diana real quickly. Okay, this looks like another pawn. Looks like we're winning another pawn here. A pawn. I don't know why I talk like this. Don't need to tell me I'm cringe, I know it myself. Okay, looks good. Where can the queen go? Where does the queen go? Like, we're also attacking the knight, so it can't go too far. 7. We're gonna... Oh no, wait. Sorry, there's a rook there. My bad. Calm yourself. Maybe do this first. Attacking knight, if he captures, then we're threatening this. Yeah, okay, I mean, this looks clean. Looks clean by the Merzmeister. Okay, let's see this one. Still going somehow. Okay. He's running around somewhere. Weird pawn structure. For the record, this is bottom board because this is Nandita Trisha's mom. She only plays because she wants people to have, everyone to have pairings. Okay, got forked. Lost a piece. Oh, lost another. No, actually didn't lose another. Okay, queen takes queen takes c7 is a bit of a strange move. I mean, winning, of course, but let's say it's unnecessarily prolonging the game. Now we're suddenly trading everything. Now she's thinking. And yeah, I don't think Okay, I mean, you do have passed pawns, so you gotta be careful, but still not that careful, maybe. I mean, you are up 2 pieces, so. But okay, let's leave him to it. Okay, meanwhile, queen to b7. You don't really have to care about the pawn. Like, she doesn't. She's not really. I mean, okay, actually, you're nice as well. Does this work anyway? We are mating after all. But if you take the knight, you're defending against mate. But maybe not well enough. And you also have this coming. Yeah, so boom. Okay. So probably mate's gonna be delivered soon there, Banyana. Let's see what's Lara and Tish up to. Okay, so we did see bishop a4. How long did Lara think? Not too long, okay. Now she thought for a while after. Oh, she's still thinking. Is she? Yes. She's still thinking after queen to d5. Okay, so knight is hanging. Also, this kind of thing is a bit of a threat. Okay, so here we can attack the queen in the meantime. What if rook takes? Rook takes here. How do we defend? f3. Only move, probably. Is this fine? It's probably fine. We're up in exchange at least. And I don't see an attack. So this would be okay, I imagine, for... I imagine this would be okay for white. Other options. If I would be allowed to make moves. Where else can the knight go? Well, I think this is good. So black needs another option. Instead of rook takes. But like, you're gonna lose the rook anyway, so you can't go here because it's gonna get captured, and you can't go here because it's gonna get captured. You can't go here because it's gonna get captured. So the queen actually can't really stay on the diagonal in the way that it would want to. You're gonna have to go to a8 if you want to do that, and then takes 51. Maybe this. No, that hangs pawn. Maybe this. Here. Looks scary for white, but you are up in exchange. Maybe you can hold on, but I would not want that as white. I would not want this position. At least on first glance. That looks too scary to be allowed. Okay, let's look at Stella's game. I realize we didn't really make a firm decision. But, okay, let's see. Oh, f6, okay. What? What? Hello? What? Why do we take with the knight first? Why don't we take with the pawn first? I mean, we took with the knight. Does it matter? Maybe it doesn't matter. Can we move the queen anywhere? Yeah. No, and then this attacks. Maybe queen e2. Hello, I want to. This might be tough to face, but why did we take with the pawn first? I don't really understand. Like, not only doesn't it maybe lose something, but also it opens the f file for a rook. Hello, Lichess, please. Please cooperate. And you can't take back. So I don't like that. Seems very good for black. F takes e5. Much better than knight takes for sure. Like this also, like, you know, pawn can keep eating. Still hungry. Although it is true that this can be a little bit scary. Okay, so what, I'm not sure what Anasta's idea was. Let's see what our opponent plays first before we freak out. I mean, if she thinks, oh shit, I just can't take and I have to move my queen, and she moves it, you know, to a bad place. But the thing is, there's not really many bad squares. Like, all the squares are covered. Like d1 maybe would be a bad square to go to. Okay, queen e3. Okay, but now you have knight c4, I think. And then you can't take here because you're not in time. And eventually you can think of giving the piece back as black. The pawns get like too scary. And you might have some, I mean, not like in this particular position necessarily, but like generally. Okay, also, let's check back in on Mr. Ritchie report. Oh, Twitter resigned. Great. After 94, he resigned. Fantastic. Okay, Richard Report wins his first game in the candidates. Ever, because it's his first candidates, which is always nice. One of my favorite players for sure. And now Fabiano against Hikaru. While apparently still winning. Still not something I can, like, I would be able to confidently say myself. They have a lot of time. Okay, Alireza against Rajabov. Still maneuvering. Still doing their thing. I'm not gonna comment. It's over my head. Especially today. But okay. This one I can handle maybe. Stella against Suzanne. Yeah, I liked Queen e2 better. Because now Knight c4 is threat. Well, not a threat, but like, you know, it gets out of this pin. So knight c4, then I have to move the queen again. Oh, you can't go to e1 because that's protected or attacked. So queen e2 now, maybe. That will have cost you tempo, and then... Although, to be fair, you're still attacking it. Like, I kind of missed this, and it doesn't have any escape squares. So, oh no, but you do have an escape square. Never mind, you do have an escape square. Because this doesn't work for white. You can't try to take the 2 pieces for the rook, because you're going to lose your own rook in the end. So d2 is actually a safe square, and then if the rook moves to the wrong place, you're actually going to get knight f3 in. So I guess the rook goes here, because if it goes here, it can probably be kicked away somehow. And this check might be quite painful. So rook e3 maybe, and... Okay, now your knight's hanging again. Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? Knight b3. You're losing this pawn though. Okay, I mean, actually, this is also very complicated. Yeah, what is up with Diana's game? Well, let's look at it. Well, Diana's gonna... I mean, it looks like she's winning this game. Actually, she has won already. Game did finish. Game did, in fact, finish. Maybe she is gonna come on stream at some point. Yeah, so game finished. She won in the end. Okay, so she sacrificed this pawn for pretty much mate, I guess. Yeah, and this doesn't work because... yeah. Okay, winning the queen with... well, checkmate to follow soon. King has to go in the corner and repeat and find a mate somewhere. Okay, smooth game from Diana. Nice little attack in the end. Diana's already analyzing in WhatsApp. She says, Queen b3 after knight c4. Let's see. When was knight c4 played? Knight c4. Queen b3, she says. This pawn here is under threat. This queen is under threat. Oh yeah, this looks... that's true. That looks a bit scary, that's for sure. You're gonna have to find a good move here. I don't know. Earlier? What do you mean earlier? Not here? No, you mean here, right? Maybe 3 here. You thought you would miss it. That's why you played it. Well, why didn't we play b3? Oh wait, no, this is a different position than what I was thinking. But doesn't b3 still... Like, she can sacrifice or something, but it's not gonna really be that good. Yeah, I mean, okay. Not entirely clear, I will admit. Not entirely clear. Okay, also, Diana, who's better in this position? Hikaru or Fabiano? What's the evaluation? What are we thinking? Even more clearly, back here, I was thinking, yeah, okay, black must be doing well, but it's actually like plus 2.5 or something. Now it's plus 3 apparently. After rook a2 only. Only move rook a2. Okay. If you say so, Mr. Computer Man. I mean, this is a bit of a crazy position. Also, look at Stella's position. I mean, you probably saw it in the... Okay, I'm looking for Stella's position in the candidates. That's maybe a bit too early for that. Maybe we'll give her a couple more years. Okay, let's see. Oh, she did. We did play this variation. Now, Stella needs to see that this square is in fact safe for the knight, but like, it's not too hard to see, as in like you don't have any choice. So even if you don't see it, you still have to play it, because all the other squares just lose it for free. This you would at least think that you'd get an exchange for it, even though in fact it can't be captured. And actually this square might be worse, question mark. What about here now? And I mean, rook e3 still, I guess. And okay, I still don't know what to do here. Still don't know what to do here. Oh, we can attack the knight. We can attack a knight, and then a knight attacks us back. And then we can attack a thing, and then... I don't know, this is an insane position, to be honest. Bit of an insane position. Let's see how much time Stella has to figure things out. Okay, she has lag minutes and lag seconds, so I'll be around 19-ish, I guess. So Alice actually beat Joanna. I don't know if you're still here, Diana, so you also probably saw in the hall, but Alice beat Joanna. And... Wait, she played Queen a5 and... Wait, what? Oh, she didn't see it, okay. Now that's a problem, because now Queen Knight h4, and that comes with tempo, and you didn't play Knight d6 yet. And then also you don't have this check, because your knight's not in the way. Yeah, I mean, okay, it happens. This one is a bit complicated. Although you had 16 minutes, you could have thought a little bit longer there, Stella. Could have really thought a little longer. Now I'm afraid she's gonna lose it. That would have been insane, though. Imagine if Stella... I mean, I'm not gonna call it over, you know? Actually, wait, why is it so bad? We go here. Oh, rook can take. Never mind, rook can take it, of course. I was thinking queen still can't take, but of course. No, rook can take. Also, you can probably take here. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Also, Stella has English class in an hour, so she better be ready by then. She better be. I haven't seen Tong Tong in chat today, which is a bit sad. Our little Tongster. She will still win, exactly, Diana. That's the spirit. That is the spirit of it. Okay, let's see. Trish. What is Trisha doing? Oh, so she did end up taking on b3. Which we looked at this variation and it looked awfully scary because your whole board will be timed down to this e pawn. Yeah, okay, so probably Trisha will win now. This looks very bad. Let's say it looks quite bad. Where are you gonna move your knight even? Ah, there's actually almost this even works. So the queen's actually pinned to the rook as well. Otherwise, you're gonna. Oh wait, no, there's no rook there. I thought this was a rook, but it's actually a knight. Yes, good game, Diana. Exactly. Everybody congratulate her on the last nice game that she had. That was nice. It somehow we were all saying like it looked like a very strange Benko for some reason. Also, I love that the only draw in the whole tournament, very unlikely, was made by, actually probably not the only one. I think there was one other one maybe. Oh no, there wasn't, because they just had bias, didn't they? Did Suzanne have draw against someone? Did they make a draw against Neve? She did make a draw against Tong Tong. So actually, there were 2 draws in the tournament, and both were by Tong Tong. Funnily enough. And she had a thingy buy, I think, didn't she? Oh no, they also made a draw. Okay, so there were 3 draws, but none by the higher rated players. So only violence in among the top seeds, but no. Not so in, not quite so extreme in the lower areas. Yeah, this is tough. Ah, Stella, that's very unlucky. She hung in there so well. Looks like a good move as well, but unfortunately just fails to knight f4. These tricky intermediate moves. And now, unfortunately, also this pawn is in some serious trouble. It's not even just that these pawns are marching, it's also like you're almost gonna get like mated. A rook takes, I guess, for maximum effect. Tong Tong got tricked in the opening. I don't know, Diana, if you're still there, but Tong Tong got tricked in the opening. A Scotch Gambit. I'm very upset with her because she lost to almost the exact line that I used, like I've beaten her with before. But okay, she still played a good tournament. Oh wait, we have another follow. That means we are at 5,899. We need one more follower for 5,900. Please come in. Please come in. Please come in. We need one more follow, please. So thank you, Alu Carbon, I guess. carbon, aluminium, carbon, I don't know. Right, okay, so let's see, by the way, keeping tabs on the candidates over there. The little kids park, basically, compared to our tournament. Okay, maybe Alreza's still pressing a little bit, I don't know. Yes, enjoying the stream. Don't forget to follow the channel. You read it in chat. Don't you forget it. Okay, so Stella keeps on fighting. Rook to b7. Well, I think unfortunately everything kind of this. But on the other hand, what about this? You know, there's a chance. Chip in a chair, a pawn in a dream. Ah man, this is so unfortunate because if Stella won this game, she would have been third place. Imagine, third place. Third place. Clear third place in front of Laura and Ioana, and you, Diana, unfortunately as well. So actually Laura, Diana, and Thingy, Ioana, all on 3 points. If Laura loses to Trisha, which is kind of looking likely. Wow, the bot really is serious. Stream Elements really wants you to know that. Enjoying the stream. Don't forget to follow the channel. It's as simple as that. Wow, okay. Suzanne Barry very scared about the counterplay. Rook to c1. That's a scared move if ever I've seen one. Some people would say it's very unnecessary, but that's just a rumor. Okay, now I want to see. No, that's actually not an illegal move. That's not a legal move. Okay, that's not a legal move. Come on, Patrick, suggest some legal moves, maybe. 9 months and 22 days. Dark Poison, a real loyal one. A leal subject of the darling. Of course Nakamura finds it, by the way. Rook a2 was the only move to keep the advantage. Of course he sees it, as some other streamers would say. Of course he sees it. I don't get it at all. Let it be known that I don't understand why that was the move. Not the move I would have come up with. I'm pretty confident. Much less so if you told me find a winning move. It's the only winning move. Rook a2. Not really. I guess, no, actually, it's actually, never mind, I do understand it, maybe. I do maybe understand, actually. Okay, anyway. Back to the real exciting stuff. To Rook c1, Stella in the tank. Tank Ali. Stella the tank engine. Okay, let's go. Active moves, we like it. Sure, why not? Might as well stir up some chaos. I don't really know if it's enough to give her opponent even the possibility of spoiling anything. Probably not really, but one can hope. The thing is, like, even if she drops the rook, like, I don't know, still winning. Still winning. Winning. And knight takes would probably be, well, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter what you play. Okay, so we get to remove the knight. Is that a success? Maybe. Then we're gonna bring our rook in, but unfortunately it doesn't do anything. So we're gonna bring the rook in now. Make her nervous. Make her a little bit nervous. Okay, no, we took it right away. Sure. Let's check on Trisha and Lara. I'm a little bit afraid for Lara that that's not gonna end well for her. With this pawn on b2. Maybe a bit too much to ask to be able to defend that one. Okay, also now we're threatening this kind of thing. I have to take care of that somehow. I'm not exactly sure how. Also, the knight's hanging. I guess one way to deal with both of these things is to play f3. It's just like more or less dealing with it, because actually could still play bishop e2 and then rook moves and then take here and takes and takes. No, but actually it didn't capture here yet, so that's not actually gonna work. So that doesn't work out for us. Actually, I mean, it is gonna win a piece. And it's gonna win an exchange in the end, maybe. Wait, so let's put it on the board. f3. Bishop f2. Bishop e2, I mean. Rook moves somewhere. C e1. Can we take here? No, that's bull, of course, because we can just take the... No, we can't. I mean, this should be winning. Okay, this is probably not... Maybe you can get something more as white. Maybe you can take on h... No, not on h7 because of the queen takes. So you can take here maybe, and then you take. And then it's maybe not so easy anymore because you're gonna... Yeah, so it's not something you want as black. Well, also you're hanging this, so you can't take there. Anyway, still not something you want as black. So maybe something else. Maybe here. Okay, I just want to see how the Stella game ends. Then I don't think we need to maybe stick around for the whole thing to end. I need Stella's opponent to mess up. I need it. I need it in my life. Unfortunately, there's like, I don't know, the position is so solid that it's very hard to mess anything up too badly. And Black's king is so unsafe that you don't really have many options. Okay, so eventually she's gonna push the pawns, surely. Like it's only a matter of time. Okay, now there we go, d7. Yeah, very difficult to do anything here because, let's say we play here, just you have a check, and you're gonna lose your rook, and then you're gonna lose the game shortly afterwards. Yeah, it's really hard to see what could go wrong here for white. I need to make up something to manifest it, but I can't see it. Like, I can't see a variation. Tiana wants a draw in this game, so they can all share third place. A big pile up on 3. Okay, so how about this? And then okay, listen to this. So we're gonna play here, and then she's gonna go here, and we're gonna do this, okay? And then we're winning. This is the variation. This is the variation, okay? This is the variation that we need. This is the variation we require. It's the hope variation, as was pointed out in chat earlier. Everybody needs a hope variation. Okay, so Trisha is let's see through the game. Rookie 1. Whoop, what? Opa. We dropped Lara dropped a piece. Did I see that correctly? Yeah, so this should be over now. Lara was thinking we're gonna do some tactics here, but Trisha was like, no, actually, no. And bishop's pinned. No free bishop for you with the discovery. Meaning that she'd probably take on a3 now. It's maybe the simplest. Or she can just take on g4, g5. And then the pawn has to take because you really can't trade queens. But taking on a3 is probably principled. There's really no attack. Like, you can't even bring this. I mean, maybe Lara wants to play, but like, actually it doesn't. Nothing works. Nothing works. This is a Stella versus Suzanne kind of situation here. Okay, so she did play rook b8, but unfortunately Suzanne did not elect to go for the hope variation. Bit disappointing, for sure. F5, okay. This move was a recipe for success for Diana earlier. Well, I mean, she got a winning position anyway. Starting with her f5 plan. But in this game, I'm not sure this is quite so hopeful. Okay, new hope variation. New hope variation goes like this. And then Suzanne is like, always repeat. And then she's like, okay, let's look for a move now. And then Stella's like, arbiter, I want to claim a threefold repetition. So this is the new dream variation. Yeah, well, I don't know. We're watching both Stella and Lara struggling for their lives. I'm afraid that neither of their campaigns will be successful. Okay, I mean, Trisha could like probably bring the knight in one day soon. And then, I don't know, bishop here, just take the rook. She has so much material. Oh, she's going to have so much material in a bit. Wait, what happened? Oh, never mind. I thought she took the pawn. Never mind. So actually, it's not quite that easy, but still. Like, this pawn is just worth so much. Okay, let's say Lara misclicked or something. Trisha misclicked or something. Still winning. So even if she, you know, if her hand dropped the piece too soon, the exhaustion setting in still wouldn't be enough, providing that she could pick up the next piece. But okay. H6. Not letting the pawn advance too far. Lara's also like, as I said earlier, she's also a fighter. Does not like to resign early. Diana also that kind of player. Not so sure about the other ones. With the other Irish women and girls. I mean, Tong Tong is definitely a fighter. She was fighting till the bitter end against Stella, and actually it paid off. Speaking of Stella, now we're down 2 rooks. Fighting on though. Fighting on valiantly. Upwards and onwards. Okay, now we're gonna have to give up our queen as well. Yeah, it's about time, unfortunately. It's about time. It's about that time of the year where we say goodbye to Stella's chances of coming in third at the Irish Women's Championships. At 10 years old, by the way, would have been quite the remarkable achievement. I think Diana won the tournament when she was 13 or 12, something like that. So she has a little bit of time until until that point. So she has 2 years if she wants to break Diana's record. She's still playing. Play for stalemate. Rosen. Does anybody have any Rosen emotes in chat? Rosen trap, Rosen trap, Rosen trap. Stalemate. Okay. Okay, h6, come on. We can do it. I mean, you have a couple too many pawns, unfortunately. Few too many pawns. For your own good. Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, you can't get enough tempi out. It's really... No! What? Okay. Suzanne makes it the chicken way, you know? The chicken way. So, it's a bit too simple, unfortunately. Bit too simple. Black has too many moves to play, so no real stalemate chances. And there you go. Mate is coming up. I mean, it's here and here. Oh, not there. Anyway, you know what I mean. King of 8, Queen of 6, Queen G4, Rook E8, and Queen G7 or Rook E8. Okay. You can also here and here. How many mates in 2 are there? This is the new quiz. So if here and here, it's 1 mate. We have here and here, if here and here. Actually, all these moves are made because you can't go here, otherwise mate here. So there's probably like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 mates and 2 or something. Interesting. Not too interesting, but interesting nonetheless. Okay, so Suzanne Barry wins against Stella Lee Fun. Fun. Anyway, Stella Lee. That's her DHS username. Stella Lee. And gets third place, which is kind of remarkable. Let's look at her schedule real quick. Beat Gleason, Irish name. Lost against Lara. Drew against Tong Tong. Drew against Tong Tong. She drew against Tong Tong, let it be known. She drew against Tong Tong. And still made it to third place somehow, some way. Beat Avicii. Beat Avicii. No, I think Singal is the first name. And oh no, maybe last name. I don't know. Sorry about the names. And beat Stella. So far, so unfortunate. Okay, so let's, I guess, quickly look at the final game. Lara against Trisha, and okay, so the bishop's snaking its way in. Chevy 2 takes, and yeah, now time's ticking out for Lara. All a bit unfortunate. I think she had a really good position out of the opening. Trisha played a bit poorly there. But I guess she's very solid, so unfortunately you can't even defend it like this. Well, actually for multiple reasons. I mean, this doesn't work, and also you gotta be hanging this. And then here and well. Anyway, does not look like Lara can hold on. And I think she resigned as well. At least it says 000 on her clock. So either she flagged or she resigned or something of the sort. Or maybe just my thing is broken. It's also a distinct possibility. So I think we're just going to quickly check on the candidates games again, and then we are going to end the stream. If you guys are lucky, Diana's going to come on later. If you guys are unlucky, she will not. When she's home. But I have a class to teach soon, so I have to go anyway. Pretty good timing. Cruz is still pressing. Hikaru is still winning. And best of all, of course, lovely Richard. Richard Report 1. So, thank you everybody for tuning in. That's gotta be it. Trisha won. Trisha is the 2022 Irish Women's Champion, rating favorite, at least of those players who have played chess recently. Joanna had a couple of years where she hasn't played, so her return has been, so-so. 3 out of 5. Not too terrible. Not too great for her because she has the highest rating out of the lot, but okay. Anyway, I'll see you guys, well, for the same event next year, but probably sooner. Actually, definitely for the Olympiad as well, where I'll be doing commentary. And maybe we'll see some other stuff as well. So until then, wait, actually I have to find someone to rate. Never mind, I'll take it all back. Ignore me. Who's streaming? Let me see real quick. Okay, so Hikaru was streaming. Everybody's playing, checks he's playing music. Wait, Super Hot Dogs. Super Hot Dogs rated us earlier, so we're gonna rate Super Hot Dogs. I think we're gonna rate Super Hot Dogs. Okay, how do you spell it like this? I think Super Hot Dogs with 2 G's. Okay, so that's truly it for today. I will see you another time. Okay, somehow I can't click anymore. Okay, goodbye.